Howdy y'all, Trent the set back with another video. Today we got a electric bike coming in from DTTZH. Today we're going to check out and review the DTTZH F6 Electric Bike. Yeah, let's open this up and check it out some more. Protection and packaging situations. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at that styrofoam and everything all strapped down and tied up pretty good. I gotta say, they did a pretty good job packing this box and everything together. I was impressed with the packaging, shipping and handling process and all that, for sure. So as far as assembly goes, there's a few things you will need to do. So you will need to install the front tire, the front fender, the headlight, the pedals, fits the handlebars, and more. So assembly on this, it is going to take you a little while, to be honest with you. The good news is a good amount of this bike is already put together, but a few things you will need to do for assembly. So we also had this box as well, which included several things like the user manual, your pedals, your toolkit. Actually got a pair of sunglasses, got a phone mount, headlight, and more. So looking at this user manual book here, this is kind of pretty neat. So as you're on the first page, you can scan that QR code and you can actually watch a video for assembly. But also, if you don't prefer videos, also the book will show you how to put this bike together step by step as well, with pictures and a short description as well. I believe there's around 5 pages for assembly, maybe 6, but once again, as you guys see right now, I've got all kind of pictures, got some descriptions telling you what to do, so everything looks pretty good. So the first step you're going to do for assembly is you're actually going to turn that stem around, and then your handlebars is going to go right through here, and then once you have the handlebars lined up where you want them, there's 2 screws at the top, and there's also 2 screws at the bottom. So we'll look close up on that right quick. So yeah, there's the screws, 2 at the bottom, 2 at the top. So you just get these tightened up, and then that's pretty much step 1. So just turn that stem around, and then you can attach the handlebars. Next up, we install the pedals. So if you look pretty close at the sticker, you're going to notice there's an arrow here on the sticker. That arrow is showing you which way to turn it when installing the pedals. So actually the left pedal and then the right pedal, they're going to be turned the opposite way. So just kind of a heads up on that. And then here's the right pedal. And of course, once again, you have 1 pedal for the left, and you have 1 pedal for the right side. Of course, the one with the R sticker will be put on the right side, and of course, the one with the L sticker will be put on the left side. And then once again, just pay attention to the arrows. Once again, these 2 pedals will be installed different. So one of them you do one way, and then the other one, you're going to install it the opposite way. So just kind of a heads up on that. Next up, we installed the kickstand. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of found this interesting as well. So I have reviewed several e-bikes before on my channel, and this is actually the first time ever a kickstand was not already pre-installed. I've been reviewing e-bikes and even dirt bikes now for quite a while, and this is a first for me. Kind of found it interesting, but anyway, just kind of a heads up, the kickstand not already pre-installed. So pretty much this is what you do. You're going to take out the kickstand, you're going to loosen and remove the screws. They're going to place the kickstand on the inner side, align it with the holes, and put in the screws, and then just get those screws tightened up. So next up, we install the front tire, the front fender, and then we have to do the headlight. So you're going to do it in that order. Install the tire first, do the fender second, and then you're going to do that headlight last. So going back to the tire right quick, so you're going to use a tool to take out the protective rod. You're going to take out the front wheel and place it in the corresponding position, you're going to insert the front wheel rod into the front wheel and place the washers in order. You're going to use a tool to tighten the front wheel fitting screws, and then the front wheel installation is complete. And then after the tire, then you're going to install that fender. So with a fender, you got 3 different places here you got to get it tightened up. So you got one place on the back, tighten up there. Another place over here on the right side, get that tightened up. And then you also got one place down here. You got to get it tightened up as well. So 3 different places, you got to get it tightened up for the fender. The last step we did was installing the headlight. So this is also pretty easy to do as well. So you're actually going to take out the baffle that secures the front light. You're going to use a tool to unscrew the screws and washers that are fixed to the front light. You're going to position the front light in the corresponding hole, place the washer on the inner side, then use a tool to tighten it. Then you're going to insert the front light power cord and plug it in pretty good. And then your headlight is complete. And this was the cord they were talking about. So actually at first, this is actually disconnected. So of course, for this headlight to work, you will need to get these 2 cables connected. So pretty much just look at the arrows. And if you look at the arrows and get it lined up correctly, you'll have no problems installing the cable. I'm gonna show you guys how to turn on this bike. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm actually not a fan of how you gotta turn on this bike. To me, it's not easy, it's not simple. It's just too complicated to me, to be honest with you. So when you receive your bike, you're gonna receive 2 of these keys, but also going to receive 2 of these NFC smart keys as well. So actually, you got to use these smart keys to turn on that screen. And I'm going to be honest with you. So I've had this bike now for 2 days, and I can still not figure out the secret to turning this screen on. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it don't. Sometimes I just tap the screen, it works. Sometimes you got to hold it for a few seconds until it works. But this is what you do. So you got to hold that power button down for a few seconds, and then you just tap it, or you may have to hold it. And I'm not even sure if you got to use this red one, or you may have to use the black one. I don't know. This is just too complicated. And you may have to turn this like a certain way, maybe. Okay, there we go. Yeah, what's the secret? I don't know, but anyway, whatever I did, the screen is now on. So of course you got your brakes, here in the back. So actually, some of this stuff will have to be moved around here in the future, but this is how it's set up for now. So yeah, once again, you got the brakes there in the back. There's your headlight, a little behind the scenes for the light. It's big and bright. So all you got to do is just push in to turn it on, and then push it again to turn off. This is going to be your horn. So you can just tap it, or you can hold it. And then your plus and minus, this is going to be for your PAS, your pedal assist. So right now, this is on PAS 1. To increase that, you just push the plus button. 5 is the max. To go down, just push that minus button. Also over here, you're going to have an arrow pointing to the left and an arrow pointing to the right. This is going to be for your turn signals on the back. So when you push that left one, there's your left turn signal. And now when you push the right one, this is the right turn signal. And of course, got the gears over here on the right side. So right now, this is on 4. So to increase that, you're going to push in on this button here. So 7 is the max, and then to reset it, you're going to use this little clicker and just push in.
Down a hill, you don't get like a huge increase in speed. I mean, there is a, kind of a small increase in speed, but it's not much. So right now we got this on pedal assist 5, and we are going 20 on the dot, 20.0. So I mean, I will be honest with you. So this is not the fastest e-bike out there. Of course, some of them go 30 and 40 plus. But I will say this one does ride pretty good. Smooth to ride. I mean, comfortable seat. No problems, no complaints. I'm just saying, just as far as speed, this one is just not as fast as other ones on the market. So we're gonna go down a hill here in a second. And so far, the highest speed we have touched was 21.4, I believe, going down a hill. And that hill was kind of a small hill, to be honest with you, but this hill that we're about to go down is a lot bigger, so I believe we'll go over that 21.4 limit here in a second. So here we go. We got 19.7, we got 20. Oh, we got a dog coming. Oh, okay, 20.3, 20.6, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and the dog is still beside me. 25 was the highest we touched. Okay, yeah, he gave up. But yeah, 25 down a hill, it's not too bad. This is a pretty big hill as well. We also got a dog coming as well. You got pretty close to that camera, but anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I mean, this bike can handle the hill just fine. I mean, that was a pretty big hill, and hey, no problem.
So as far as your charging goes, you're going to connect it over here on the right side. So right here below your handlebars on the right side, connect it right here. And then of course, just connect it to an outlet. And then once that light turns green, then that is going to mean that your bike is now fully charged.
So before we end this video, I do want to share my final thoughts on the e-bike right quick. So we're going to start with the assembly first. So assembly was pretty easy. I think it took me around 30 to 40 minutes, I believe, for assembly. And of course, you know, inside the book, it will show you what to do. So of course, you got pictures and you got a description as well for every step. Assembly, pretty easy, no problems, no complaints there. As far as like how the bike performed on the road, I mean, the bike, it rode great. No problems, no complaints there either. Of course, I will say this. Now, this is not the fastest e-bike on the market. Of course, there's several other ones out there that go, you know, 30 and 40 plus. But this one, you know, still has some decent speed to it. Comfortable seat. No problems, no complaints. I'm just saying, this is just not the fastest one on the market. There is some others out there. There is some others out there that go faster than this one. The biggest thing I'm not a fan of, and like, I get it, I know this is just my opinion, I know other people may have a different opinion than me. Everybody's different. I know some people like the smart keys, some people do not like the smart keys. Now, I'm one of those, I do not like the smart keys. Once again, some of y'all may like it, some of y'all may prefer that. If you do, hey, that's okay. But with the smart keys, to me, it's just a little bit more harder, more complicated, you know, to turn on your e-bike. And the thing is, with the smart keys, I mean, sometimes, you know, it may work first try. Sometimes it may take a couple of tries until it works. So that part right there can kind of get a little frustrating. You can kind of get a little mad and upset, especially if it takes you several times or several minutes until it, you know, turns on. I mean, look, I get it. I know it's smart, and I know it has some benefits to it, and there's several things you can name off about the smart key. We can talk about that forever, but just my thoughts. Not a fan of the smart keys, but I like everything else. If you can, also just please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Would be greatly appreciated. See you guys this video. Have a good one. I'm out.